Hello, hello. I am so sorry. I'm actually 5 minutes late. Welcome to another segment of Monday Morning with Val, Coffee and Val. I am gonna light my incense and just wait for a couple minutes to get some people in. Thank you so much for being here. Those that are joining in, I'm apologizing for being 5 minutes late. Gotta turn on my little incense, my music. Can you hear my music? Jada, Kelly, Good Vibes, Airman Pan. Thank you for the waves. I was actually rushing this morning because things didn't go as planned. I got locked out of my apartment and I love it because it's part of the flow, right? And I was just praying and meditating by the ocean this morning, and I was asking Source, like, what is it that I need to tap in, turn on, like Esther Hicks says, and talk to my audience this morning, whether it's now or later. Kelly's walking into a meeting. Thank you for showing up and sharing your love, blessings in your meeting. And when you don't have, okay, this is a little noise to turn on my incense. There's a lot of wind, so I'm not getting it on. Yvonne, thank you for being here, just getting completely centered. Okay, as I said, things are just flowing a little different today. And we're having a little shift this morning because my guest today, Yaya, had something unexpected come, and that's okay, that's part of life. So today I just really wanted to connect. And when I was, for the first time, I said, I'm not even gonna put a title on this live. I'm just gonna come live and see what comes. And this is the only time that it wasn't letting me come live unless I put a title on. So I was like, okay. And it came out, be okay with the unknown, flow. So how often are we really okay? And not just okay, I would actually spice it up a notch and say, how often are we really enjoying being okay with the unknown? Knowing that if things are shifting, that things are not looking the way you planned, things are just operating at a different channel, that you can actually embrace it and understand that there's a shift of energy, a shift of consciousness, a shift of divine plans that is taking you to a new reality that perhaps you were not seeing. It wasn't in your agenda today, but yet it is something that you need to live, whether it's something to embrace, to learn, to co-create, to enlighten, and to share your light in a different way this morning. And in fact, not only Yaya couldn't show up, which is my special guest today. Oh, thank you. And also I have a morning activation on LinkedIn with my dearest friend, Michael Mintz, which I do send lots of prayers, and something came up on his behalf, and that was actually canceled as well. So it's Monday morning. I could be in an attitude of, oh, my brother's here, I love you and thank you for being my fan. Who would have known that you'd be my fan, when before we couldn't even talk to each other and look at each other? And it's part of the topic that came down today, which is be okay with the unknown and just flow. Jorge, I wonder if you can actually hear the little music I have in my background or not. It doesn't matter. It's maybe just for me to hear, to get in line, but I just would like to know if that's okay with you. So I could have started my morning by being completely fragile, scattered, uncentered, because my two things planned to start my week beautifully, and I had spoken to my guest. Thank you. It didn't come through. Michael has something going on, and Yaya has something going on. And when you start playing with Source and be like, okay, is there something special, unique, different that is going to happen today that I did not know? If so, I'm ready to receive it with ease, joy, and glory. And then you actually turn the 2 seconds, I actually work in modules of 3 seconds, the 3 seconds of uncertainty and unknowing of what could have, would have, should have happened, and allow us space for grace to flow in a complete different way. It's simply just magical. So I went on to my routine this morning. I'm so thankful to be at this present time by the ocean. It's 1 minute away, and I just sat and I connected with me, liberated all, and shed what the old, and brought into spirit, love, and oneness those that needed an extra lift. I stretched, I prayed, and I just energized myself with the sun that was coming out and the intensity of the energy of the ocean. And I'm just here today without an agenda. But some of you can think, well, that's beautiful, Val. You have all these wisdoms and you have the ocean. That's not my reality. I'm actually going through a very hard time. I have been there and I'm constantly there. In fact, for those that don't know my story and what is going on, I'm in the, a week away, maybe 2 weeks away from having this pretty significant surgery. Always open for miracles. I have no idea what would that look like if that didn't happen. But despite of all this going on and other things, because this is not just about me, I want to just generalize it so it makes sense to you. It's only to ask you, with what lens are you seeing these hardships that perhaps you may not have the ocean, you might be in a room and with bad internet and not seeing clearly, but what lens are you having on that can really just help you sit in stillness and ask, and whatever your faith or whatever you feel that is your connector to your own divinity, what is that? How are you praying? How are you setting in the intentions to open a space of creation for you? Because let's remember that in order for us to flow, just like a river, envision a river, the water in the river is flowing, but yet there might be a log that holds the water in such a way and it feels so hard, and then all of a sudden it just liberates and continues its flow. So what is most important here is, I ask you, dear ones, like, what is the energy that you're putting into your day to day? If you're feeling like there's that log that is blocking the flowness of your specific intention or life, know that the force within you in conjunction with the universe will eventually let the log out and allow all that divinity within you to flow in your highest high, to be able to connect with all that is. Listen to what we're saying. What all is, it's already there. You don't have to even have a outline of what that is. Yes, in leadership and when you're creating something, set an intention, of course, to get the activation of the vibration ready. However, always leave a really big space for uncertainty, for magic, for your career or your intention of your pleads and prayers to go in a different direction, because only Source knows what is best for you. And when you're aligning your energy with the vibration and frequency of the universe, is absolutely just a mesh of magic that happens in the long run or short. It's just a matter of questioning yourself. What is in front of you now that you are not seeing that is for your highest good and the good of others? How are you positioning your questions every day to open that magical space? I thank everyone that's coming in and out and those that will tune in. So it's really just being okay with the uncertainty of everything. And in fact, this morning, I'm always hearing podcasts, is like, the beautiful way to live is, I'm okay with the unknown. I want to not be okay with the unknown, because when I know by the book, the 1, 2, 3, the 10 steps that have to happen in order to be successful, to create the revenue that I want for my company, or bring the love of my life, or have that connection that I'm longing, or get the house, get the car. If I already know, please explain to me, to us, what is the purpose of just living a life of knownness? I don't even know if that's a word, but you know what I mean. What is it that you are willing to not see and be okay with it. And in the life that I have chosen, I want to tell you that I never want to know. People get traumatized. Val, what's your next move? Where are you going next? Who are you going to teach? What is your next service project? And I'm like, ask Source. No, really, we know you like those, be connective and use your lovey-dovey words. Really, what is your next step? And I look at their eyes and say, I don't know. I love the uncertainty of things now. And let me just be clear. This didn't happen magically. For years and decades, when I didn't know what was happening, I actually said, I'd rather have anything in my life, but not have the certainty of something. I would say, I don't care what's going to happen, but I just need to know. And that was breaking my connection with me and Source. My brother says, I'm not okay with poverty, so I'm going to work. I love you and admire you. Call me later. I love it. Yeah. So also knowing and putting those healthy boundaries of what you don't want. Because when you don't claim that and your energy is not attached to poverty, there is no way you can attract it, because that's not in your DNA or your vibration. So now it's a different energy that you're vibrating to, also understanding that you are not going to attract that which you are not. That which you are not, you will not attract. So there's no need to attract poverty or illness or anything that is not for your highest good. You see, my loves, it's all about just letting that stream flow. Thank you for the hearts. And allowing the direction of this river, the river being our soul, our heart, our drive, our energy, to lead us into what is already there for you, for us. And this is the beauty of this so-called journey of life. I really just want to encourage you this morning to allow that space. In fact, I want to share with you a beautiful story that I actually posted last night. So please do go in detail and look at it. Of course, Instagram cuts my story. They want short and sweet, and that's how this platform is, and I'm thankful for it. But I had written a longer detailed story, and I kept on saying, your post is too long, your post is too long, and I kept on cutting everywhere. Now, by the time, you never know when it's going to say you're okay to post. And right as I had kept on erasing the story, like I said, it's right before this live, I said to myself, this is the last that I will erase, because I truly believe in my heart that this is what I need to share with my audience. And so it was that the last little word that I erased was exactly the amount of words that Instagram allowed me to post. And why I'm sharing this story is because I had kind of an emergency to me. I needed to get a shot for this medication that I need to have in preparation of the surgery that I need to have. And where I am, there wasn't anyone available to assist me. In fact, they told me I had to go to a different town, and it was Sunday, and I just did not want that. So I start playing literally like a little girl when I shifted what uncertainty was, like, oh my God, if I don't get the shot, I'm going to be more in pain. And if, then this, and the ifs, and all these things that you are throwing out to the universe, and the universe is echoing what you are throwing out there. I was not in a position to negotiate if this was a possibility or not. So my plea was, universe, show me how we're going to solve this in a fun, magical way. I let go of form and just leave a place to exchange energy and make the unknown seen. And so it was when I went to the pharmacy, there was somebody there that heard that I was looking for someone to give me a shot, and she was just passing by in town. She's like, I know how to do it. When would you really just volunteer, please, especially in the US that, you know, liabilities. What if I put the shot wrong and then this person sues me? And she doesn't know me. What if she does something to me? And have all these limitations before it even happened. And then I said, thank you. And I just felt that energy being matched to the frequency that I was of pleading for a miracle to happen, to something magical to happen. And lo and behold, it happened. But then the second part of it, where? In the pharmacy, there's no place. And this woman said, oh, there's a little store across this street and they have their home attached to it, it looks like. Let's just go and ask if they let us in. And then this energy just maximized. And in fact, unified with the spirit of this person. And as I was crossing the street, I was feeling all electricity through my veins and my soul. I was laughing, I was giggly, I was smiling to heaven. I just was like, please show me more, please show me more. And when I was getting ready to, a little nervous to be honest, ask these people to let me in their house with a stranger, I'm a stranger, to get a shot in their house? I didn't even have to speak. This stranger said, hi, my name is Lillian, and I just was asking if you can let us in your house because I need to put a shot to this lady. And lo and behold, they opened their space. It's a beautiful story with images, and I share the videos in the post before this. So I ask you, my loves, how willing are you to really, really, really play with life? Was the couch where I got the shot super clean and all a beautiful space? It wasn't physically a beautiful space, but it was the most beautiful energy that I have felt of love and oneness in a long time. So today, my loves, I just come to remind you of these teachings that are given to me to share with you, to play with life, to let the magic unfold, be okay with the unknown, and let your spirit be in flow mode so that you can actually achieve everything you want and more, trusting your journey. Thank you for being here. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. I thank you for showing up now or later. If this message is of service to you, even in 1% of anything that we said today to you today, please share away. I bless you, I love you, I share my light, I lift you in oneness, and I know that you are ready to play with life and let the magic within you unfold in the most divine way. Gracias, gracias, gracias. Namaste, everyone. Until next Monday.